U-hauling is not the problem. I actually support U-hauling. The problem is these women that we be picking.
Hi friends, hello, how are you? If you're new here, my name is Carlneesha. This is I Have Something to Say, your weekly lesbian agenda meeting where I talk about all things lesbianic, all things women, some chaos, and a lot of thoughts that I probably should have kept to myself. If you're seeing this, I'm probably already in Houston shaking my ass. Why, you ask? Because I'm going on a girls trip, a much needed girls trip. If you haven't already seen some of the clips, I'm probably drunk, passed out somewhere. But if you have seen the clips, I'm having a great time. So yes, I hope everyone's having a good week. I've been having a lot going on with the podcast and content and brands and just really trying to get myself out there that I really needed a vacation. So I am going to be taking the whole weekend to kind of like decompress and just do live. So I just decided to unplug just a little bit. But if you don't already follow me on Instagram and TikTok, please do so you don't miss anything out on the fun. Again, I just want to say thank you to everyone who always shows up every single week, finding this little corner of the internet, leaving comments, supporting me. I've gotten a lot of DMs recently about people saying that it just leaves a smile on their face, and that literally that becomes the best part of my day when I see messages like that. I don't ever want to take that for granted. But this week's episode might get me in trouble. But you know I don't care. You know I don't care. Because this week we're talking about lesbian hot takes. These are all of my lesbian hot takes. So if you don't agree, like I said, I don't care. I don't care. I don't know if you're going to fully agree. I'm sure y'all won't. And if you want to argue with me down in the comments. Shoot me a message. Let's just kiki about it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this week's drink of the week. We're keeping it simple because last week I did mess up my iPad trying to make that green tea shot for y'all. Say thank you. Right. So this week we're going to go back in with our old truthful, the Izzy sparkling blackberry juice thingamabob. Let me get y'all some ASMR. Hold on. It's so good. It's like super refreshing. After this podcast shooting that I'm doing, I have to go wash my hair. I need to wax my mustache. I need to wax these legs. So I couldn't drink an alcoholic drink because I gotta save myself for this weekend. I already have BC powder, Tylenol, all the things because I know I'm gonna be hungover by the time I get back. I did take 2 extra days off from work because I know that I'm old now and that I need the extra time to recuperate. Amen. Say amen. And before, you know what, let me address this now. Before y'all go and talk about me in the comments. Hold on. I know there's a hole in my shirt. I know. This is like one of my favorite shirts to just lounge in. It's so comfortable. It's a little crop top. I think I stole this from some girl. Sorry, thank you so much. But I know it has holes, okay? Be quiet and mind your business. Now, back to the drink of the week. As always, this Izzy one is a 10 out of 10. I really want to try a new flavor. So Izzy, if you're listening and you want to send me some. Before I get into lesbian court this week, I see that we have a lot of new people to the podcast, to the family, just showing up. We do have a lesbian court merch store. I will make sure to tag it in the comments down below. If I can't get like a little snippet of the link, I'll make sure to leave that here as well. Make sure you go pick up your hats, your totes, your shirts, your sweaters. We have all of it. Rep the merch. Please tag me in it if you do. I would love to see it. And let's just go ahead and jump into everybody's favorite segment. Lesbian court. Somebody cue the music. If you're new here and you're like, what is lesbian court? Be quiet, I'm about to tell you. Lesbian court is where you guys submit your questions, advice, situationships that you want my take on, because I am the judge, I am the jury, I am the prosecutioner, and I am the executioner. Yeah. So I'm going to sit here and give you all the facts. We're going to break it down together, and I'm going to tell you if they're innocent or if they're guilty, and I'm going to give you their sentencing. And you can, again, argue with me in the comments if you want to, but I don't care. You clicked on this podcast to hear me talk because I have something to say. First case. Case number 1. I met my now girlfriend in 2021 via an app, and it was just a hookup. After 2 weeks of her always coming to my place, I liked her and wanted a relationship with her. She accepted, and we have been together since. She is 2 years older than me, and at the time we met, I was at uni doing engineering. She also had mental health issues, which we have worked through, but honestly, this affected my second year of uni, which I had to retake, but I had to be there for her physically and financially. She is doing way better now mentally. During this relationship, I have really given it my all trying to make it work. I lost attraction for her as a girlfriend, and I felt burnt out emotionally. She got ugly. Never mind. I have attempted. Y'all always get me so mad. I have attempted to break up with her 5 times, but we somehow stayed together. Okay. We used to live in a hole together, but after I moved to London. Not y'all watching from London, sorry. Hey, London. Let me go back. We used to live in Hull together, but I have moved to London for work and I genuinely feel better. However, after all this, she is somehow getting her life together. She stays fit, more open-minded, looking for a job seriously. But I feel like it's all too late and I have given a lot for 5 years. I have a surgery scheduled for October this year, and she says we shouldn't break up till after the surgery because it would make it awkward. My social life is active in London and I want to explore, but I would never cheat. P.S. We are not sexually compatible majority of the time. My homophobe parents met her and they are only just starting to come around just when I want out. The relationship has been really good in other aspects, but it's like goals, alignment, family values, unreliability, sexual incompatibility are too big to ignore. I have also grown as a person in this relationship and genuinely enjoy our love and care for each other. I would be sad if it ended. If this ain't the cusp of what lesbianism is, you love her so much, and that is very apparent in this message. But we gonna break this case down, okay? Y'all have been together for 5 years. Over these 5 years, you have tried to break up with this girl 5 times. Once you thought she was ugly. Second, she ain't had no job. Third, you had moved to London. And then there's 2 other times. Oh, excuse me. Fourth, y'all not sexually compatible. And the 5th time, I don't even know why. Y'all don't need to be together. You don't want to be with her. You already told me. You told me that as soon as we started that you didn't really like her like that because she was ugly and she had got big. You didn't say that, friend. I was just playing. But you wasn't attracted to her no more. That's why the sex isn't good. If you looking at her, you like, dang, she kind of ugly. Of course the sex not going to be good, friend. Of course not. And that's okay. You could still have love for her. She could still have love for you, and y'all not be compatible. Now, your parents, I don't think that your parents, just because they're coming around, should really have much effect. If what you want is to be happy. You said you're in London, you're starting this new life. Everything's going well for you in London. Especially if she doesn't live there, and you already don't feel like there's certain things that you guys don't align on, don't waste another 5 years just to get back to this point. Amen. I feel like you already made the conscious choices 5 times. 5 times to break up with her. And that's okay. You can have love for her. She can have love for you. She could want to be there for you while you're getting surgery. However, that's for her sake to feel good. That has nothing to do with you. She said she want to stay together because it's going to be awkward for her. For what? I had surgery. I got a healthcare nurse. And I know y'all got good benefits in London. I know y'all got them good benefits. So I'm sure you have somebody to take care of you. So I feel like we just, move on to Miss Girl, and that's okay. You can still love her. Y'all can still be friends. Maybe down the line, you guys can reconnect now that she's doing better mentally. Once she starts doing better financially, maybe if y'all come back together, amen, we work it out. But right now, you tried to break up with her 5 times. You innocent though. And that's the good thing. So you're doing all the right things. You have tried to make the right steps. However, you need to commit. Commit to breaking up with her, not commit to her. I just want to make that clear. Case number 2. We started in college. COVID hit. We were living together in dorms, but not a real apartment. We started in 2019. We both fully committed to teaching middle schoolers in 2023. I'm a coach as well. So the timing never aligned for me. She didn't understand that it's not more than 24 hours in a day. I'm the oldest of 5, so my priority is split between raising my siblings and being a teacher. We have so much in common, but honestly, I think it's the time frame of not getting married and living with each other solely that made her become curious to find attention elsewhere. At this point, I'm lost. I don't travel. She's always taking a trip. I'm always at work. I found out she cheated on our 8-year anniversary. She said she wanted to take a break, but I didn't really want to because I knew it wasn't good. But our relationship was stagnant for months before she stepped out. She made the decision to step out, and then we had no contact for 7 days straight. Mind you, y'all love her, mind you. Mind you, we never did anything like that before. She never clearly told me she was feeling neglected until 7 years later. She hinted towards marriage, kind of, but never said anything, but I knew. Putting my family first looked like me always planning something, a birthday, graduation, late night family talks, etc. No daily quality time with her because I'm tired, like drained. But I've never canceled or said let's go next week because of my family. The affairs lasted 2 weeks. She came back and it was like 0 out of 10, but I was butthurt because I never stepped out, but I was talking to people during our no contact. It was both physical and emotional. I hope you know you guilty before I start this. I hope you know that. Let's get into the facts. It say y'all started in, y'all, it's been 7 years since 2019. I was gonna say the timeline didn't math, but it do. All right, y'all been together since COVID. Already, I feel like that puts a lot of strain on a relationship. Y'all already like had so much going on in that time frame where like I feel like everybody was just stuck in their situations. But then for 7 years, she had been cheating. Is that right? Hold on. She didn't tell you that she cheated until your 8-year anniversary. And it sounds like to me she cheated on year 1. Is that correct? And she did it for 2 weeks while y'all were not broken up. But she did try to break up with you. But you didn't want to because you was going to feel bad. Is that correct? Hold on. And then y'all didn't talk for 7 days. But you was also out talking to other people. And then 7 years later, y'all are here now. She told you about what happened back then. Did you tell her what you did, friend? Hold on. Did you tell her what you did? Regardless. Okay. Honestly, I don't want to say that I'm on her side because, you know, I'm an impartial judge. But it sounds like you have a lot, like you have your priority. And you said it's between raising your siblings and being a teacher. Those are 2 very commendable things, friend. It shouldn't be on you already to raise your siblings, but you're taking on that responsibility, doing that thing, I'm assuming to the best of your abilities if it's such a priority to you. Number 2, you're taking care of other people's kids, being a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you don't have time to devote to this relationship and really give it everything it needs to nurture and grow. So y'all have been sitting in this weird state for 7 years where you know you're not giving her everything that you can. She's feeling that effect and then she runs out to go find it from somebody else, but you didn't want her to, so you told her to stay. And she said she did it anyways, and then she came back, but she told you, but you was also doing the same thing. I think I got all the facts right. You said you have no daily quality time with her because you're drained. That is okay. You can be the superwoman in everyone else's life, but if you're trying to show up for her and she's telling you that you're not showing up the way that I need you to, and she said, I don't think I can do this, I think there has to be a point where you have to say, okay, I love you enough to let you go. You have these huge priorities where you are constantly putting other people ahead of your needs and you're not able to make time for her. That's okay. But when you are, that's when you revisit this situation. That's where you maybe try to lean into dating. But right now, friend, it don't really seem like you got the time. And again, I do want to say that is okay. but neglecting the relationship, and then her neglecting you is just hurt after hurt after hurt. And then we start this spiral effect, and now the studs is gonna be mad because the girl done pissed her off. You know what I'm saying? And we don't need that. But I feel like I understand what's going on. You love her. You see that she wants to be married to you. You see that y'all probably, especially if y'all were together and y'all were good during COVID for a whole year and nothing was going on. I feel like it's like the worst time to try to make something work, and you guys made it work. So you're holding on to this thing where we were together probably every day for a year during this very hard time where everyone else was isolated. And now that you have to go back to work, you have to go back to being this mother figure to your siblings. Now you don't have time to give to her, and now that relationship is feeling neglected. Then she went and stepped out, then you went and stepped out. Friend, I think this one, you may just need to give it some time, and maybe time separated, amen, to bring y'all back together is best for everybody. I really do, like, I really feel like I hear what you're saying. I really feel like this is a workable situation. However, I feel like both of y'all need to take time apart, reevaluate everything, and then come back together, because y'all trying to build on this 7-year relationship where there was hurt from 7 years ago. Because you still thinking about it. It happened 7 years ago. You see how you guilty. I'm sorry, you are guilty. But revisit this in about 6 months. That's your sentence. 6 months to solitude, working on yourself, growing, healing, focusing on your priorities, and then we're gonna circle back. I think we did good with today's cases. I feel like we reached some really good verdicts. We had some really good chats. What y'all think? Let me know down below. We're gonna get into today's main segment. It is my lesbian hot takes. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't care if you disagree with me. These are my lesbian hot takes because I have something to say. This is not your podcast. This is my podcast. All right. I have absolutely no care in the world about what y'all gonna say about what I'm about to say. Let me go ahead and put this right here like this. Hot take number 1. U-hauling is not the problem. I actually support U-hauling. The problem is these women that we be picking. Let me explain. People be like, oh, you just met her 2 months ago. You can't say that you love her. Why not? If her ass is fat, her waist is tiny, she got a nice personality, and she got locks, and I say that I love her. I'm 30. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, I gotta take a year off because I was just, for what? I feel like y'all be wanting people to be sad for so long because y'all are sad. If I said I'm healed and I want to move on, I'm healed and I'm gonna move on. Mind the business that pays you, and I know I don't pay none of y'all. You get me? So I feel like U-hauling is never the issue. If you feel like you really have a genuine connection with someone after 2 days, I've seen people in the military get married after 2 weeks of knowing each other and being together for as long as I've known them. Then I've known people who have been together for 10 years and a partner been cheating on them the whole time. So U-hauling is not the problem. These women that y'all pick it be the problem. I seen this thing on Threads, and it was this girl it was a stud talk about how all the femmes, they always doing this and not doing that. Y'all be liking the wrong people, and y'all sitting here blaming everybody else because you don't know how to pick them. I'm included. Next hot take. Healthy relationships are boring. Let me tell you about my favorite couple in the entire world. My best friend Shaka. Shout out to Shaka because I know she listening with her husband, aka my brother. And they got my niece and my nephews. Hey Seiji Poo. Hey Zay. Hey Shani Poo. Make sure you go get them some candy and some ice cream. Anywho, their relationship, when I don't really support it because they hetero. Sorry. I don't support a relationship, but that was the first time I seen a relationship where both people like really showed up the way that they are, who they are, and they love each other. Like, that's the most pure. I don't even know how to explain it, but it looks so boring. stick with me, stick with me, stick with me. In the best way possible. Like when she's like, oh, I want to do this new adventure, and I'm like, oh, okay, like tell me, like, what are you thinking, da 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 da. And then I start asking about her family. She's like, oh, well, I know he's already gonna support me. Like she doesn't even have to think about that. And I want, when I have a partner, that I'm so secure. It's so boring to where like I don't even have to like worry if she's gonna be mad at me, because she just supports me in everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everyone is so used to chaos that when they get something healthy and boring and things are going well all the time, they try to make something wrong. Hot take. What y'all think? Next one. Soft launching relationships is smarter than hard launching. Let me tell you, as somebody who I'm embarrassed. When I put my relationship on the internet, that was the first time I think I put my relationship on the internet. And like, I've never obviously been in like this public space where people have opinions and considerations about what's going on in my life. So because I felt like I had put it out there, I felt like I also had to remove it when we broke up. And I feel like maybe if we would have like started slow, and it wasn't like, oh, I let this girl that bad, which is what happened again, because I could do that. It's my business, mind yours. But like, if there's like a gradual of like integrating people, like when I'm telling my friends about someone that I'm talking to, like if I just tell you like little spurts to pieces, it's not like, oh my God, y'all, I done fell in love with this girl yesterday. Because I would do something like that, but I'm just saying, if we started off like giving people like this gradual, I feel like it's easier for people to like go in and out of things versus just hard launching them and then be like, oh yeah, she gone. You think y'all was looking at me and y'all said, where is she at? And I have to tell you, just like, I don't know. Just like you don't know, I don't know. That's not funny. I'm still healing. Next hot take. Now this one, I feel like everyone knows that it's not really a hot take. Masculine presenting women, stud women, deserve flowers too. And I don't mean literal flowers. I feel like everyone has now seen that video where I went around at a Juneteenth celebration party and I was handing out flowers to studs, because I feel like they don't get their flowers the way that everyone else does. But I feel like everyone's always like, oh yes, I know I'm dating another woman, I know that she needs to be put in her soft girl era too. But a lot of people aren't doing it. And I feel like that's why there keeps being this discourse on Threads, on Twitter, on Instagram. Oh, the femmes are treating studs like men. No, we're not. I just think that some people may be dating women who may be DL straight. Who maybe just be trying things out for the plot. But I feel like we know that masculine women want to be treated like women, want to be put in their soft girl era. And I feel like maybe some of us don't know how to. Not me, because not me, y'all. But I feel like we know that masculine presenting women, stud women, also deserve their flowers too. So I hope like in this season of 2026, the second half, we really start giving masculine women their flowers. Type shit. And this one I'm gonna combine with my last two hot takes. Number one, she's not amazing as you think she is. And to the second part of that, sometimes you're the problem. Not me. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'll be quick to put somebody in my group chat like, y'all, I'm in love with this girl, da 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 da. And they'll be like, did you like even hear what she's saying to you? Like, you should already be peeping these red flags, but you're so like, oh my God, I just want to be in love. Oh my gosh, I just want to like pour into somebody. You're not realizing she's really not as amazing as you think she is. And I feel like that's how we get to the U-hauling. That's how we get to these staying in 8-year relationships, because you think like you're so caught up into this potential of somebody, me included, that we let like the other stuff pass, and we need to start like letting people be who they are and being okay with that. And on that same effect, you're not as great as you think that you are. Sometimes you're the problem. I feel like for a long time, I was like, I feel like I am a great girlfriend. I feel like I was a great wife. And then when I really sat and thought about it, I said, dang, I really do think that, because I think I'm right all the time. That's kind of a problem. Or I have been told more than once that like maybe I don't know how to like just be, like I don't know how to relax because I'm so wound up all the time. And sometimes I have to sit back and really realize like yes, I may be the problem as well. Even though I do think that I try to show up as genuinely and as authentically and like to the best of my abilities, I do understand that in that same effect, in that same vein, that I may be the problem in a situation, even if I do not mean to be like this ill intent about it. You get me? I don't know. I don't know. What y'all think? I feel like my hot takes kind of eat, but I did say I'm never wrong. I don't know. I would love to hear your hot take. I would love to hear if y'all agree with me. If you don't disagree, or if you do disagree, not that I really care, but like tell me anyways. Y'all, there is a German Shepherd outside, and I don't know where his owner is at. Oh, he coming. Yeah, I heard him. All right, I know somebody's probably furious watching this. I don't really care. We're gonna switch on over to therapy corner. Today we're bringing back an oldie but goodie. This is the dating survival kit by We're Not Really Strangers. I think I'm just gonna be pulling two cards today. I feel like now that we just kind of went into it, we're just kind of skipping the second and third date cards. Okay, so let's get these out. Hold on. All right. Where do you feel most out of place? Ooh, where do I feel most out of place? I feel like whenever I go into a situation where it's new to me, I have a really hard time of like opening up and being social. So I don't want to say that there's a specific place where I feel out of place, but when I'm around people that I don't know, I feel like I have a very, very hard time of not being awkward. I have been trying to work on that. Shout out to my therapist. If y'all not gonna go talk to that lady, go talk to that lady. But I am trying to work on being okay with being uncomfortable. That's probably like one of my worst. I hate when people tell me that I need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because why would I do that? That don't even make no sense. You get me? But I feel like to get out of this uncomfortable space, I need to start doing that a little bit more. Next card. Okay. And our third date card. Oh my gosh. What is that? Is that bugs? I would turn y'all around, but I don't want them to come and attack me. I don't know what that was. Sorry. How has your definition of love changed over time? You know what? Okay, this may be another hot take. Have y'all read that book, All About Love? I read it a couple of years ago, and I really didn't like it as I feel like as much as everyone else around me did, because I feel like it tried to put this definition on love, and I feel like I don't have one. Like I know when I feel it, but I don't know if I can explain to you what love is. I think before I could, or I tried to, and I think that's how my definition changed. Is now I don't have one. I just have this feeling of when my heart feels full. But I can't really put that into like I'm in love when XYZ. You get me? You get me. I don't know. I love this part of yeah, we gonna have to go inside soon. It is bugs. Okay. Let me go ahead and finish this episode up quick. I really love this part of the episode because I feel like it's where we learn the most about each other. I would love if y'all also answer the questions down below. That's really all I have. I'm so sorry. This bee is like scaring the fuck out of me. That's all I have for today's episode. If you agreed with me, let me know. If you didn't agree with me, I don't care. Still let me know. Thank you for watching another episode of I Have Something to Say. Again, I'll be in Houston. If you guys want to check me out on Instagram, check me out on Threads. All my socials are at Carnisha. Keep submitting lesbian court and therapy corner questions. And as always, I just had something to say. Okay, bye.